Well, hey John, it's Gary in Philadelphia, and it's my first attempt at putting up a video posting, but I figured I'd give it a try since you were asking for other DJs all over the world to um, give you their versions of how they go ahead and organize their music. I haven't quite figured out how to uh, get my camera pointed over here at the same time, and I didn't really want to go through the trouble of editing down a video, but here's some thoughts on how I like to organize my music. Of course, everybody pretty much has their decades. You know, I've got my 50s, my 60s, my 70s, my 80s, my 90s, and so forth. Those are, you know, your basic standard decade categories. I've got my country, my jazz, those folders, disco, Motown, a rock folder. Um, and then what I like to do, depending upon the party that I'm going to, I will put together a specials category folder. For instance, recently did um, a reunion, a high school reunion. So I knew that they graduated in 1989. So what I did was I put together folders for music from 1985, 1986, 1987, 1988, 1989, so that way I could basically play all the music from their high school years. Um, what I'll also do before I go to a wedding is I'll, you know, obviously ask the bride whether or not she has any specific types of requests, and I'll put those into my bride's request folder. That's pretty obvious. What I'll also do is I will put a specials folder together if, for instance, the bride has a special, you know, first dance song or a wedding introduction or the party introduction song, the cake cutting song, and that sort of thing. So, you know, I'll have kind of a specials category. And then the other category that I like to use for a specific wedding would be, you know, ceremony music or that sort of thing if they, you know, if they have anything. So I'll organize folders for specific weddings. Um, I do have some go-to folders. I have a kind of a folder that I call my currents folder, and pretty much those are the top 40 hits that are in place right now. I have a folder that you had a very similar folder too. I call it my wedding 90s and more, which is kind of like my go-to power anthems at the weddings, and probably have about 4 or 5 hours worth of music in that folder. So um, that's pretty much how I do it. You know, last but not least, what we've been doing here lately in the U.S. is well, we bring two computers with us to the gig, and one of them is our program that we pretty much are running nonstop, and the other one is connected wirelessly, tethered to a BlackBerry. And in case somebody comes up to us during the party that they have a song that they absolutely have to hear, otherwise it's going to ruin their party, we'll play that song for them. We'll actually download it for them right on the spot if we don't happen to have it in our catalog. So we carry about 16,000 songs with us to the party, and if somebody comes up with that oddball request, we just, for one reason or another, don't have it, what we can do is we can log on to iTunes right then and there on the party, download the song at the request of the person at the party, and usually have it up and playing through the speakers within as quickly as 5 minutes. So it's pretty cool, and they like it very much. So anyway, hope you appreciate the video response, and it's helpful to all the other DJs out there. Talk to you later.